Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I just want to jump on here real quick. I have been doing these lives whenever I have some information that I feel like is a good update for people who are still affected by the changes that have happened in China for ESL teachers. So I came across some really important information I felt like teachers should know, especially those who are trying to go private and independent. Okay. And I'm not saying don't go private, independent, but I'm saying that think you should be aware of this because, especially since I've given a lot of information about how you can go independent and teach to people who are in China. So I felt like I really wanted to make you aware. And since I feel like I'm obligated to share this information with you because I did suggest for several people to do this. So I did come across this. I do want to say I found this information out from Evelyn Joy. She is another teacher, ESL teacher, who has a YouTube channel, and she tries to keep teachers up to date with things that are happening in the ESL world. And I did post this on my community post, but just in case anybody did not see it, I still felt like you should know about what's happening with private companies or private tutoring in China. And there's actually been several articles about this. So I have one shown right here that's China. It says China bans private tutors from giving online classes, but there are many articles that I'll just show you. Like Reuters had one. I thought I had it pulled up. Okay, so China bans private tutors from giving online classes. That's from Reuters. They had another one. Oh no, that's not it. In South China Morning, it's a South China Morning. I guess paper or I don't know. I'm forgetting the word, but yes, they have also put out an article about this, and so there's more than one article. This is from CNBC, and I'll be reading from this so that you all can know what is happening in China. Okay, so it says, and by the way, this was put out September 8th. It is now September 13th, so it's a few days later, but still very relevant. Okay, so China on Wednesday banned private tutors from giving classes online in unregistered venues such as residential buildings, hotels, and coffee shops, ramping up its effort to stamp out all for-profit tutoring. Authorities this year banned for-profit tutoring in subjects on school curriculum in an effort to ease pressure on children and parents. A competitive higher education system has made tutoring services popular with parents, but the government has sought to reduce the cost of child rearing in an effort to nudge up a lagging birth rate. So we know that's the reason why they clamped down, why they changed all of their ESL classes. And it says, media has reported this week on various ways parents and tutors have been trying to circumvent the rules, including how some agencies were advertising live-in tutors who could command salaries of up to 30,000 yuan, which is $4,650 a month. So they're trying to have live-in tutors to tutor their children and pay them $4,600 a month. Okay. And in some places, subject tutoring has moved underground or put on a different vest, quote unquote vest, to evade the regulations, the Ministry of Education said in a statement announcing the new ban. This has impacted the policy's implementation. Hello, Wadner. I wish there were ESL companies in Latin America and Middle East and Japan and Vietnam and South Korea that are hiring, that teach kids. There are. Oh, there are. I have a list. It's in my description box. So if you're looking for companies that are teaching in other countries, they have them. But back to the article. The crackdown on tutoring has roiled the shares of tutoring companies traded in Hong Kong and New York, including New Oriental Education and Technology Group and Gaito Tech Ed. Okay. Okay, keep going. The ministry said off-campus centers that offer tutoring in subjects on the school curriculum need to be licensed, operate out of registered venues, and hire qualified teachers. The ministry said attempts to evade the regulations include hiring private tutors in the guise of housekeeping services, cultural communication, or live-in tutors, as well as conducting classes in the name of summer camps or study tours. So they're trying to become very, slick in the way that they're trying to tutor people now, the children. They're trying to say that they're housekeeping services. They're trying to act like they are just not tutors, but other type of housekeeping services so that they can get around the children and they can tutor the children. But that still doesn't address us as online teachers, okay? So offline institutions will not be allowed to conduct online after-school tutoring via instant messaging, video conferencing, or live streaming platforms, the ministry said. That part affects us. Let me read that one more time, and then maybe you might process this a little differently. I don't know, but let me read it one more time, just that last part. Offline institutions will also not be allowed to conduct online after-school tutoring via instant messaging, video conference, or live streaming platforms, the ministry said. So, are we as private tutors considered offline institutions? That's a question. Like, I say that they're cracking down on private tutors, but it seems like they are. They have cracked down on the in-person private tutors. They do not want in-person private tutors. We are, not necessarily in person. We are via live stream or messaging, but we're not necessarily an offline institution. We're not an institution. We're a private tutor. So I'm sure that they don't want us to do it. I'm sure that they don't. But there are a lot of people who are doing it. There are a lot of people who are successfully teaching or tutoring Chinese students privately. And you just wonder what's going to happen. I mean, I'm not saying don't do it. I mean, I'm just saying this is what's happening. This is what they're doing. I don't think that it would negatively affect us if they were caught, if the families were caught accepting services from us. But we have to think, about the family too. I don't know what the penalty is for families who continue with this. I don't know, but they have ways of finding these things out. They have ways. They are very, they keep their eyes everywhere. So I would say that they would find out, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't know. All I'm saying is that it's happening. People are tutoring privately successfully, but there is a crackdown on private tutors right now. So I don't know. What do you all think about this? Do you all think that this is going to continue successfully, that private tutors are going to continue successfully tutoring in China? Do you think that this applies to us ESL private tutors to children in China? I don't know. Maybe you don't think that this applies to us at all. Maybe you think that we should just leave it alone. But I want to hear your comments. If you don't comment now, please leave your comments and down below after the video is done. But I do have something else to show you that came to my Facebook group from another person who was hiring, because I guess now they're trying to recruit people to actually come to China and live in China and hire them in some kind of, I don't know exactly how they are going to do this legally, but beware, because these are type of advertisements that are out there now, and there is no title to this company. I'm not promoting them. I'm just showing you what's happening. And I did contact this person and asked them to try to give me more details. He didn't really give me more details, but this is what I saw as of September 3rd. It says urgently required teachers. I am Mike from, well, I guess he did say GEC Recruitment Company. Okay. GEC Recruitment Company, and that is a company. He did say that part. We are offering teaching jobs in all over China, natives and non-natives. It depends on where you want to do the job. We have many offers in above or more than 100 plus cities in China. Location, Beijing, Hedan, these are the different places. Working time Tuesday and Saturday. So I'm not going to read all the details. It's just the starting salary is $30,000 to $40,000, I'm assuming a year. Housing is a yes. And ticket plus holiday. I think that's a ticket airfare over there. So, but now that I'm thinking about this, there is, they do allow for non-foreign teachers to teach ESL in China. The hours are a little different. So I don't know exactly. Yeah, it's allowed, but I don't know. There's been so many changes. I can't keep up with it all. So I guess if you're over there, you can teach in some form, but you have to do it under their guidelines and when they want you to do it. And okay, so this was another one that they said that he had. It was in Taizhou, Jiangsu. I'm really bad at saying these names. Forgive me. I'm sorry. This is full-time, nationality native, arrival time ASAP, requirement having a visa, salary $25,000 to $30,000 a year, housing yes, ticket, holiday plus visa, and feel free to contact him. He leaves his contact information. So this type of stuff is available if people are willing to, if they are interested in going over there. This is what is being offered these days. So that is that. That's my information for you all today. Let's see what Maria says. I'm teaching with Data ABC, and for now, they have told us that we are not affected yet. No more weekends and holidays. So just a matter of time. We are not affected yet. Not affected yet. I think yet is the key word because, yeah, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, no more weekends, no more holidays. Just during the week, I guess that is when they are allowed to take classes, but not with foreign teachers. So yeah, Data ABC. Okay, well, they're still going. That's good. I wasn't sure about that company, but I'm glad to hear that things are going well for you now. And Deb says teaching Chinese children online is basically over in China. Yes, teaching Chinese. It is basically over. But again, there are a lot of teachers who are doing it privately and successfully. So that's why I say it's like there's still a market. People are still doing this. How is it going to change for them too? I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm teaching with Outschool even, and I know that there are teachers who are teaching Chinese students on Outschool even. So how all this is happening, it's happening. So just so you know, it's just so people can be in the know, if you're interested to know what other people are doing, this is what's happening. But best bet, teach away from China. That's my goal, away from China. Although they do pay good money in China because those parents really do want to have, some good education. They're willing to pay for good education because it's so competitive over there. They pay a lot of good money for their teachers. So that is one reason why people want to work in China. But there are other companies that are offering some pretty competitive prices and pay too. So yeah, get your own students someplace else. And if you teach independently, then you can basically, raise your prices because you're cutting out the middleman. So you don't have to necessarily charge, $12 for a 30-minute class or $15 for a 30-minute class. Raise your price because you're cutting out the middleman, and they were paying more when they go through another company. For a baby, Oh, good. He said, they say, sorry, I'm still getting booked at Q Kids. I signed another 6-month contract this week. 6 months? Wow. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's really good. I'm glad that's still going for you. I personally am working with Bling A. Well, I'm that was my company that I was working with in China primarily, and I haven't gotten any classes for the fall semester. I know a lot of other teachers are in the same boat, but I know Magic Ears is going strong, and other companies are still getting booked, so that's good. You're welcome, Maria. Thank you for tuning in. Um, but yeah, I have not gotten anything with Bling ABC. I'm happy to be working with Outschool, and I always have Cambly as my backup. Cambly is a wonderful place to work. I love it. I know many others love it and want to get in to Cambly. I say keep trying or try other companies like Cambly. I do have a video that talks about other companies like Cambly. So you can apply to other companies like Cambly and get a job, and teaching conversational English. So they're not the only ones out there. But yeah, we can keep going. Wadner says, I'm waiting to get bookings with Clever Kid. Oh, you were hired with Clever Kid? That's great. Yeah, I hear Clever Kid is a place to work these days. They have a really competitive salary, and I know a lot of people were interested in working with them. So that's great. I hope that you get lots of bookings. I hope you get lots of bookings. It's one thing to get the contract, but without the bookings, it's nothing. So, but I'm sure they're going to come. I'm sure they're going to come. Teacher Cindy, I'm with you. No China. Lots of children all over the world want to learn English. Yes. So many kids all over the world, all over the world. I mean, and we are basically, we are what the companies are trying to sell. We're the product. They're trying to sell us, our services. So we just take the product and we just move along someplace else. And we can do that. I know it does take time to build it all up. So that is something to keep into consideration, especially when you need money now and you've been affected by all these changes now. But still, it's like, if you still want to do it, you can just take your product, the product, and move on, and just find some resources that can help you to teach if you don't know how to make your own lessons, which I do have a video coming out pretty soon about another resource that's really good for finding resources for classes, curriculum for ESL classes. So I will be talking about that soon, but I have already shared information about Engu. If you go to engu.com, their website, they already have their curriculum there for anyone to use in the classes. I mean, use it. It's there. Of course, they want you to use it on their platform too, but they don't say you can't use it off of their platform. So they have really nice curriculum on their platform, but there's a lot of curriculum out there, and Engu is free. And I did say Off to Class, that's a paid product, but it's not that expensive, and it's more for older students. I mean, like, not really young kids, but older students. But yeah. Wadner says they paid $26 per hour and they require 10 hours minimum per week. Yes, that's true. They do have a 10-hour minimum per week, but that's not terrible, especially when you want to work. So yeah, good. Thanks, Wadner, for sharing that with us. Fur baby, I'm fully booked this week and next. No drop in my schedule. Awesome. That's really good. That is good to see that you're going strong with Q Kids. Yes, very good. Very good. Yeah, not all companies work the same. Q Kids, I do love. I have loved Q Kids. They were the first company that I worked for. I do love them. I stopped working as much with them because I found other companies that could pay me more, and their schedule didn't always fit really nicely with my other schedules. So I just kind of dropped that. I have a contract, but I'm just not really scheduling classes. So, but I love Q Kids. I'm happy for you. Very happy for you. So, yeah. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Just please be aware they're cracking down on the private tutoring in China. So it's risky. It can be done. It's risky, but you could teach anywhere. You don't have to teach in China. Teach someplace else. let's take our product and share it with other people who really want us, you know, like there are people who really do want us. And then, and maybe if they can't afford us the same way that Chinese students can, but we can make our own group classes and charge less and make a group class. You know, I mean, that's one way to make a similar amount, but, you know, not overcharge the students, you know, depending on where they are. You know, you can make a group class and invite more students, but advertise Facebook, get in those Facebook groups and promote yourself. Careful of posting your advertisements, but just like see what people are wanting. If they want ESL classes, offering your services in Facebook groups where parents will be looking for classes, you know, like parent Facebook groups where they share information. You could kind of share your information with those parents too. So there's ways to do it. I have a video with a couple of teachers who actually have been successful in doing it. So you can look at those videos. And yeah, that's all for now, you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.